What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I put it up. Thanks for supporting. Sorry about that. But this video, though, this video is entitled Blaming Daddy for Mommy Issues. Shout out to Gab, Talk Media, Nicole Michelle, and Zoe Williams. I was seeing some things, and there was a conversation about mommy issues and daddy issues. And along the conversation, I noticed that they spent the majority of the time talking about daddy issues and kind of just skipped over mommy issues. And then in these other conversations, this was a similar type of thing to a degree. And I realized while I'm listening that if you have daddy issues, it masks your mommy issues because you can blame your daddy for your mommy issues. And for people to actually come to a good space with themselves and how they deal with the world, you're going to have to address both. And a lot of times people aren't being fair about that. And what I mean by this is this. So the idea that a dad can be absent and be there because he's working and, you know, he's in the house but he's absent. Now the irony of this is that's only made for fathers. There are plenty of kids running around who say they got raised by the streets or the television or other family members who were predominantly raised by their mothers, but you don't hear them being called absentee, right? They don't say their mom was present but absent in the same similar circumstance. Same thing with working. You know, all he did was work all the time. And is looked at as a bad thing. But if mom worked all the time, she was a soldier, right? Even if it's a situation where it's a married couple, dad's working, mom's doing things with the kids, and the dad's demonized because mom's with the kids. But that's how it works, though. Like he's working to pay the bills, and she gets to take care of the kids. And you hear adults still going on with this rhetoric, not putting two and two together. This spills over into other things in life, though. And what I mean by that is this. You know, if dad disciplines you, he's abusive. I got abused. If mom disciplines you, she's showing, you know, my mother whipped me all the time. But that's not abusive. She whipped you because you was out of line. See, and this ties into what I'm about to say. See, it's understandable for your mother to whip you when you're out of line. It's abuse if your father whips you and you out of line. Because subconsciously, you're basically saying you can be out of line with your dad. Thus, go into society, you can be out of line with men. You can be out of line with authority figures and disciplinarians. So this spills into everyday tactics in everyday life. What the heck did I just do? But nobody's taking this into consideration. You blaming daddy for your mommy issues, and what I mean by that is also how you communicate. See, if you predominantly live with your mother, you get your mom's side of the story. See, a lot of people know their mother's whole upbringing because they heard their mom's story. But you hear a lot of adults who still don't know their dad's side and how they came up. So you really don't know which issue you really got from your dad or which issue you got from your mom because you didn't even check out the past of both parties. You just went with one side and rolled with that. Thus, when parenting, you hear a lot of people say negative qualities are based. You look like your father. That's supposed to be a negative. You acting like your father. That's supposed to be a negative. You acting up, I'm going to send you to your father. That's supposed to be a negative. So People who have abandonment issues. You feel abandoned because your father left. But if you find out it wasn't abandonment, it was alienation, or parental alienation, as it's known as now, and you're an adult, your abandonment issue isn't a abandonment issue, is a parental alienation issue, which your mother caused. But you're not going to look at it that way because you've been taught to lie. See, a lot of times fathers address things and men address the elephant in the room. A lot of times mothers don't. So this ideology of when people are looking for truth to be put on the table and things to be handled correctly, to a degree, you're taking, it's like a matriarchal cue to just sweep things under the rug and hide them. You don't see patriarchal families just hiding things all the time, lying about things, letting people live a lie. That's just not how it works. No, that's not the norm. I'll put it to you like that. But under these circumstances, if your mom teaches you how to lie and you become a liar, you blame your daddy for that. Cause I'm acting, cause he wasn't in my life and he was mean, so I lied. No, where did you learn to lie? When I was laughing at that the Marvel movie with Thanos and Gamora, even though it's a bad idea because he threw her off a cliff. I know, but he said he never taught her how to lie. So you see, what bad habits you pick up, and your parents know what bad habits they give you or present to you. But if you're only going to blame one side for your issues, or predominantly blame one side for your issues, you're letting the other side off the hook. Thus the accountability argument. See, if you're blaming daddy for mommy issues, part of the reason you can't be accountable is because your mom's never accountable, never been accountable. She taught you to not be accountable. But when your dad disciplined you, he was abusive. But now you grow up as an adult and you're not accountable for your actions. And it's downright blasphemous for somebody to call you on your BS. And you're mad because what? You're not supposed to talk to me like that. This is part of this outspoken thing. Everybody's supposed to speak their mind. You're supposed to speak your mind. But you're supposed to do it in a respectful manner. Have tact. Because if you speak your mind disrespectfully, somebody could tap your jaw. And it's justified. So you got people running around here thinking they could say whatever and think that's okay. You could say whatever. It's okay. You could do whatever. It's okay. But the consequence of you saying whatever and doing whatever is wrong. No. Because, my dad couldn't check me. Oh, really? Other men can't check me. Oh, really? Teachers and this, that, and the third can't check me. So you go out in the public and you don't realize, blaming your dad for you being outright disrespectful to the public, just to humanity, is a trait you got from your mother. You see your mother talking crazy to people. You talking crazy to people. But you going to blame your dad for that because he wasn't around. If you use people and you saw your mother use people, you're going to blame your dad for that because you're a user now. But that's what you learned from your mom. But see, you're not going to deal with that being a mommy issue, because if you got to deal with it being a mommy issue, you got to also deal with the fact that mom's not an angel and dad's not a devil. And this ideology that all men are bad and all women are good, or most men are bad and most women are good, is asinine. But you're bringing this into society. So your issues, as long as you look at your issues as something that you got from your mother, they can be brushed over and looked at as having good intent and somehow angelic qualities. But all of your father issues are demonic or negative qualities. That's the problem. We as adults aren't completely dealing with our issues because we're not completely addressing where we got our issues from. And here's the enigma, because what you've been programmed to think is that your father should treat you like your mother. Your father's not your mother. Your father's your father. So your mother treating you like a mother is right. your father treating you like a father is wrong. And that's the crux of your issue. You want men to treat you like women. And it's wrong if a man treats you how a man would treat you. It's wrong if a man would interact with you how men interact with people. That's wrong. In your conscious or subconscious. And until you, and so you go out into society thinking the whole world needs to respond to you like a woman would or like a mother would, and that's not the case. And so you're not really looking inwardly and checking yourself and say, wait, when am I out of pocket? See what I'm saying? Like because thus, I'm gonna say this and get off here on this one. See, who goes unchecked is most people's moms, not their fathers. So since you're taking on that mindset, you feel like you're uncheckable because you got your mother's mindset, but you don't see nothing wrong with that. You see something wrong with people who check you on your BS. But you don't think that's a bad quality because you got it from your mom. And you blame your dad for not being around to not check you and your mom, but if he checks you and your mom, he's evil. Like, that's a backwards mindset. You know what I'm saying? And when I was looking at these videos, I was realizing, like, you know, mom could be an alcoholic but still be a good mom. Dad can be an alcoholic and he's evil. Mom could be a drug addict and it's okay. Dad could be a drug addict and it's terrible. You know, mom could be hardworking and it's great. Dad could be hardworking and it's bad. You know what I'm saying? Mom could be aggressive and it's okay. Dad could be aggressive and it's bad. That doesn't even equate. So like, share, subscribe. We out with this one. Peace.